What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Survival with Fragger. So, as you can probably see right here, I did change up how this area of the base looks. I put in a staircase here. Before, it was just this gradual slope that kind of came down, and it came out to about here is where it came out to, I think. And it just took up too much room in the base. I didn't really like the way it looked. I think this staircase looks so much better. So I am very happy with how this turned out. And then also, if we come over here, I added in this staircase here, which just goes down to this river area. But for today, as you can see here, I made this little episode board where I can clearly lay out the ideas that I want to get done today. So we are going to start off this episode by decorating up the base, and that is going to include flowers and bushes and leaves and all of that good stuff, all of the foliage stuff. And then we are also going to make a bee sanctuary, and I am going to actually build that in the big corridor there. So there's going to be a lot of bees flying around there, and that is going to serve as our natural bee farm, if you will. And then later on, I'll do an automatic bee farm, but for right now, that's really all we need for a bee farm. We don't need anything crazy. I also want to add more elevators into the base, which I didn't actually show it while I was down there, but I did add a bubble elevator that goes all the way down to a bedrock, and there is a stop there for you to get out at the slime farm, because that is down there as well. So I made that between episodes, and I want to add some more of those so that we can get up to this part of the base pretty quickly and easily as well. And then the last thing I want to do is I want to add some lights inside of this cave so that we can tell if it is daytime outside or nighttime outside, because right now that little open gap is the only way I can tell if it's daytime or nighttime, which you kind of have to be at the right angle in order to see, so I want something a little bit better for that. But anyway, I think we can get started on this first one, which is decorating the base. So I need to get all of the materials gathered up for that, and then we can start placing in all of the foliage. Alright, so I have all of this stuff ready to start decorating this base with. So to get started, I really don't know what I want to place in first, to be honest with you. I think I'm going to put in the grass last. Honestly, I'll probably put in these azalea leaves first. And these, I mostly want to cover the walls and the ceiling with them. I don't know if I'll do the ceiling though, because that would be quite intensive to do that for the entire base. But for these, I really want these to look like they're just like vines growing on the wall here and spreading around all over the base, kind of like this. And I'll have this coming over, and I'll leave some parts here hanging down. I think that'll look pretty cool. And we can put some bushes on the bottom here, just like that. And I think this is looking pretty good, and we can cut in some of these flowering azalea bushes, or flowering azalea leaves rather, as well, to add a little bit of that extra detail there, kind of like that. And we'll have some more of these bushes going around the entire base as well, but this is the general idea of it. And then we can come through with some flowers. I'm going to place in some of these double tall flowers. I don't want a lot of these condensed in one spot, if that makes sense. I kind of want to spread out a lot of these flowers. Some of the more common ones I may have a little bit more condensed, like these azure bluettes, and I'll probably have some poppies in a pretty condensed area as well. But most of them I kind of want to spread out. But the main thing for this is I'm just going to go around placing in some of these flowers every now and then, wherever I feel like there needs to be more, and just kind of making this place look a lot better. So I'm going to do up this little area around here by the storage room, which is currently like the main part of the base. And then I'll show you guys what I have after I'm done with this. So this is what I am thinking for the decorations in this base. I am absolutely happy with how this looks. I think this is going to look amazing having the entire base look like this. But anyway, I need to get the rest of this base decorated up. And I think I'm going to do that in the form of a time lapse. So let's get this time lapse started. So hopefully you guys enjoy that little time lapse there, and I am very happy with how this base has turned out so far. I did run out of those azalea leaves twice now, so I still need to do a little bit more decorating up of the base. But the general idea of the decorating is done, so I'm just going to do that off camera. And I also really like how that little moss area up there on top of the sugarcane and bamboo farm turned out. I think it looks absolutely amazing. I do want to do more of that for the rest of the decorating, but we need to move on to the next part of this episode, which, if we come back here to the episode board, we have this done. And like I said, I'll just get the rest of that done off camera. But we need to make a bee sanctuary now, which you may have seen down there. I did add in some of those azalea trees right there, and that is where the beehives are going to go. So I have collected up a few of these already. Right here, as you can see, I have 3, and we will need that. And I am going to get one more beehive, which is just outside there in one of the mangrove trees that I have built up. So the last beehive I'm going to get is right here. And to get the beehives, we just need to, well, first we need to jump up here, if I can make that jump. And then we need to take this campfire and break that, place that there, and then with a silk touch pickaxe, ideally you would have an axe, you just break it and then the bees don't attack you. And this guy, who is doing a little dance because he's stuck on the mangrove propagule, I'm just going to lead him and then take him into the base here. Oh, I lost him. Where did he go? All right, there you are. And he is flying away. Please come back. I really do not feel like walking all the way up there. Okay, come here. Come here. And we got him back. Okay. Please do not escape again. Actually, you know what I could do? I'm going to take one of these flowers here. I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but they like following you when you're holding a flower. So hopefully if the lead breaks again, he will still follow me because I'm holding a flower. Oh, you like this? You like this place? It's your new home. And I'm just going to put this right there. And then we can get rid of that. And you are going to live down here for the rest of your life. And we'll put another one there. And then the rest of these guys we can put around here as well. And there we go. We have some beehives in here. I could probably breed up some of these bees because some of these nests were not completely full. And some of them, I don't even know if they have bees in them. So, I could probably do a little bit of breeding up. But for right now, I think this is good. And we can move on to the next part of this episode. Which, now that we have the bee sanctuary done, we can start doing the elevators. Which I still have no idea where I'm going to put them. I really need to figure that out. I do have an idea of where I want them to start, so I need to go down there and see where the coordinates are, so that hopefully it will work out. And those cows are very loud. So I'm thinking right here in this area, which the corridor is right there. We just come across the rope bridge here. I think this will be a good spot because the bubble elevator for the mines is right there. So it's very close to that. But I just need to get an idea of where this is relative to the base up there. And those are the coordinates of it. So we need to go up there now and go back to these coordinates and see where that is. So those coordinates actually come out like somewhere around this area. I think we would want it to move over here a little bit further, which the 117 is right here. So I feel like coming back here is fine. And then we need the Z coordinate to be somewhere around 560. So I'm going to go back down there and see where that ends up. And hopefully that'll work. Like 116 and 560. Okay, there is a water cave right here, which I was not expecting. So that's right here. I don't think that'll be too bad. It would have been really nice if this would have worked out to have the bubble elevator right in this little cleared out area, but I think it'll be fine having it pushed over a little bit further. But I need to get this completely cleared out, and there is a lot of water here, so this is not really going to be a fun time, unfortunately. But it's just going to go up from about here to the top part of the base, and it's not going to be very interesting. It's literally just going to be me digging it out and filling it in with water source blocks because you need those for the bubble columns. So I am going to get that done, and then I'll show you guys the final result. I'm sure you guys have already seen people build these things up many times. So yeah, I'm not going to bore you guys with that stuff. So now this bubble elevator is completely finished, and I am very happy with how it turned out. It takes us right next to this storage room here and the rest of this main little area of our base. So right now I think that's gonna be the only elevator we do in this episode. I do need to get this episode moving along, and we still have this guy left to do, which is gonna take forever to do. I am not really looking forward to that because I need to add a bunch of these guys to this base. The first one I'm going to do right here, and I will do on camera with you guys, and I already have the materials that I need to do it, so let's go do that really quick. And I need to actually figure out where the X and Z coordinates for this are. And that is right here. Let's see where this goes. That is perfect, actually. I don't want to have the daylight sensor right here, though. I really want the lights to be shining through here. And I'll fill this in with leaves as well so it doesn't look so jarring. Okay, so I've got this area cleared out a little bit more. And we will have 3 redstone lamps. So I'm going to put one... actually, I'll put it here. And then we will do one there and one there. Okay, so we have that dug out to the surface, and it is nighttime now, so I'm going to go sleep really quick. Okay, so we can put our daylight sensor there. And then this will give us a redstone output based off of how bright it is outside. So now comes the slightly more complicated bit. This involves repeaters, or not repeaters, comparators. It also does involve repeaters though. So we need to have this set up like that, with a repeater there and then redstone there. And basically what this does is it will turn this comparator off whenever the redstone signal gets to this piece of redstone here. And then when this turns off, the redstone lamp that it is associated with, which will be this one, will also turn off. Okay, so this guy is all wired up now, and it is working as it should, and yeah, that's not really as bright as I was hoping it would be, so I don't know. I probably will make some adjustments to it and then add in the rest of them, which they're just going to go around the base every once in a while. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to put them. I do want to have a bunch down in this corridor here, so I think they'll be a little bit more noticeable in this area because the ceiling is quite dark here, so having it lit up I think is going to be a little bit more noticeable, whereas in that area everything there is already pretty lit up, so I think that's the main reason why it's not as noticeable. I really don't like the way it looks here, but we can make some adjustments to it and see if we can get it looking a little bit better. So now all of the lights in the ceiling are done and added in. I just added 3 extra ones in this corridor here. I didn't add any more down this way, which I probably should have, but I am running out of time for this episode, so I don't really have enough time to do that today. So I'm going to have to do that off camera, unfortunately. But I put one in right there where those leaves are. You can't really see it right now because it is actually nighttime. And then I put one right there, and as you can see, they just turned on. I should probably get rid of that glow lichen so that you can tell that it is not on when it is nighttime. And then the third and final one I put right here, which is probably a little bit useless because you can only tell that it's on from this angle, and once you're at this angle you can already see outside, so this one's kind of useless, but I still think it adds a little bit of extra something to this base. Now I probably will not show you guys what that mess of redstone looks like up there. It is very, very messy, and I honestly don't really want to go up there and explain to you how everything works because it is a maze of redstone. I'm kind of happy with these lights. I wish they would have turned out better, and I will probably replace them with something a little bit better in the future, but for right now it does what I need them to do. But I am happy with everything else that we got done today. I really like these beehives that we added in this corridor, and I also really like all of the decorating that we got done. And of course, I cannot forget about this elevator here. This elevator is very nice to have here. But unfortunately, I think that is going to be it for this episode because we just finished this guy. And that is all we have on the episode board for today. And also, I am running out of time for this episode, and I really need to get this out to you guys. But anyway, if you did enjoy this episode and you want to see more of this series, then please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below if you have not already. And if you know anybody who would enjoy this series, then please make sure to share this video with them. That would be greatly appreciated. And if you have any suggestions for this series, or you just want to say hello, then please make sure to leave a comment down in the comment section. But anyway, that is going to be it for this episode, so I will see you guys next time.